Hey, we good? We ready to roll?
Today we got the walking encyclopedia with us. There is no doubt about that. You got a question, he'll answer it.
Hey, so I moved to West Virginia back in 2017 after I retired. And about 2 years into my tenure here in God's country, after I departed the pattern here for 22 and a half years, I got told there's this Marine vet that's kind of eccentric, and you need to go down to Rummer Station across from the Camelot Trailer Park, and you need to meet Mike Gray. Well, I come across Mike Gray, and our friendship now has ran about 6 years.
That's about right.
About 6 years. I'm not the greatest with math, but I get by. And
I expect nothing less from an officer.
I appreciate that. I will go on record, too, that Mike Gray at one point in time was a sharpshooter, so I don't want to hear any fucking thing on here about marksmanship. Yep, that's enough. That's enough, Staff Sergeant at ease.
What the fuck is he doing on this podcast?
Well, he shot expert after it. We're going to give him a pass.
Yeah.
So Mike Gray and me have had a lot of deep and meaningful conversations, both sober and completely fucking inebriated. And I've stole one of his lines, and I wanted to pull him on here to talk about this. And I've shared this with Marines, and it resonates. How do you get to give your gift as a professional in our particular line of work? Somebody that did the last 100 yards. And Mike Gray has always said, proficiency is the coin of the realm. And when I use that quote, it resonates with people, Mike.
Well, I appreciate you quoting me. No royalties anticipated or expected from an officer like you. But it's the truth of the matter. Going back to doing what the first sergeant said earlier, do the simple things well, right? Do the basics correctly to earn the right. What I mean by that is you got to fight what's in front of you today to earn the right to fucking fight tomorrow, right? And proficiency at all levels, from maintaining like the good sheriff just mentioned, maintaining our cool equipment, and you're one of the pieces of equipment. If you're a PT failure, you're useless on the battlefield. Right. Bottom line. Absolutely. Bottom line. If you're a fucking fat body, go away. You're a detriment to the unit's mission and overall success. You've got to unfuck yourself, and proficiency is the key to all things, right?
Weapon, gear, body.
Weapon, gear, body.
In that order.
That's what I was going to say. Weapon, gear, body. So, met this guy on a whim. I put a young man in the Marine Corps years ago, as a retired first sergeant himself now, named Troy Sheeline. And Troy and I were talking. I did. I was drilling soldier with that clown. Damn right. I know him. He's a badass. Sea-Line says to me, "Well, Sea-Line's a badass." Yeah, man. He was good. Hey, man, I'm a big fan. Him. And he says, "Hey, man, where are you living at these days, Mikey?" I said, "I live in West by God, Virginia." He said, "I got a buddy of mine," and he mentioned you. Long story short, this guy shows up to my hooch, rings the doorbell. Wife comes out back by the pool, says, "There's another cult member at the front door." I said, "Well, bring him back and get him a beer." And then he brought his homeless 300-pound buddy, and he drank like 7 beers in 20 minutes. You're being generous.
He was really homeless, and he weighed about 370.
Tell us a little bit about your career. Tell me how you start off boot camp. Where do you go? I joined the Marine Corps under Ronald Wilson Reagan, the greatest president since Donald J. Trump. And I went to Marine Corps October 22nd, 1985, and I left the Marine Corps in July of 93.
For historical reference, that's about the same time Sammy Hagar took over for David Lee Roth and Van Halen.
I Can't Drive 55 was a great album, by the way. I sat 5th row for that concert. It was fantastic.
Jesus Christ.
What were you, 6?
Can we get back to talk about killing bad people?
There you go. Anyway, that I was a combat engineer in the Marine Corps, and later in my life, just prior to 9/11, I joined the
Van Halen,
and I was an infantry sergeant, air assault, in the United States Army from 1999 to 2006. And that's kind of my multiple deployments like the rest of us that were OEF, OIF. And I'm just proud to be here, to sit here today and have that cocktail with these gentlemen. And I use the term loosely. Don't be offended, First Sergeant. And I'm happy to be here and share this experience with you all. A lot of our brothers and sisters did not have that opportunity. So thank you for being here.
You like to throw out quotes, and I'm reminded of we're doing some research and looking at some things we talk about when we get on here. And Teddy Roosevelt once said, "Do what you can with what you got where you are."
Amen.
And that's what our close combat troops do.
Yeah, I am charged by the warrant that I hold right? The chevrons on my that I wear, to do what I can where I'm at with what I have to the maximum means available, to seek out wounds, death, and destruction on the enemy in the shortest amount of fucking time.
To locate, close with, and destroy the enemy.
That,
by fire and maneuver, to repel the enemy's assault. By fire and close combat.
Amen. Anything that distracts from that is fucking wrong, and anything that adds to that is right, and that's the end of it. We live a very simple life in the infantry. That's it. If it takes away, you're wrong. I don't give a shit if it's your wife, your woman, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your significant other. If they're distraction from that, then you got to set that aside, because the brotherhood and killing bad people is what we get paid to do. That's just my 2 cents, but that's what I look at it like. When you're downrange, it's the simplest life you'll ever have.
Wait, we got paid?
Well, I never saw it, but yeah, supposedly we got paid. It really was the greatest time and the worst time of my life. Here's why. Life was simpler. You got your boots on?
You don't worry
your
about
weapon fucking clean? We're going that way. We're going to walk into combat, right? I didn't give a shit that power bill didn't get paid or the fucking, I don't care. The dog got sick on the carpet. Nobody gives a shit.
Times were so simple that hot wets improved morale.
Right. Nothing else matters, man.
Nothing else matters. And I'll tell you the other side.
It's a simple life, actually. You don't worry about bills. You don't worry about nothing. It's a simple life. Go kill bad people and get your boys home.
Those of you that are watching this that are still blessed with an active ID card in your pocket, relish the moment, boys and girls. It will be gone before you know it, and the rest of your life you will look back going, I was blessed to have served this republic and to be around these people. This will shape your character until they put you in the ground.
The rest of your life. The decisions and the actions that you take now will resonate for the rest of your life.
Amen.
You know,
Amen.
It comes full circle. You know, you take care of your people, and you take care of their combat welfare.
That's it.
And at the end of the day, lethality and survivability is the name of the game. That brings people home alive. Mike, we love having you, brother.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate it, gentlemen.
Signing off, Seabass.
Signing off.